Okay, Omaha Bee Club. We're getting ready to move these two colonies. Um, the landowner is going to graze cattle here, and they asked me to move them to another part of the property, which is less than 3 miles away. So it's actually like a half a mile away. There's a good likelihood that the bees are going to try to return to this location. So one thing that I'm doing is I'm going to be leaving that little nuke box right here where these hives are for a couple of days, and then I'll come back in the evening and take those bees back to the colony. I might have to do that 2 or 3 times, but eventually they'll figure out that this is no longer home and that new spot is. And so the reason those colonies are double stacked like that is earlier today they were one stack, and I had made a split using a double screen board. This is a double screen board. It's got an entrance right there. Screen on this side, a screen on this side. And you put this over your bottom colony. And you set your top box on here. And then they become queenless. They can't share pheromones through the 2 screens. And so you can add a new queen in there. So that's how we do our splits. We do a lot of splits that way. Several hundred. All right, I'll pick this up again when we get to the new location. So I've been sitting here waiting for the traffic to die down, coming and going from the hive. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera. Yeah, there's some. But there are literally hundreds of bees still rolling into that colony, so it's going to be a hot minute before we're ready to do this. The top colony, it's got maybe 1 or 2 bees going every 5 minutes, or coming, excuse me, not going. There's none leaving. A bottom colony, on the other hand, the mother colony, has a lot of bees still coming, so we're going to sit here and give them some more time. So our traffic is really dropping off, and the top box, I haven't seen any bees come to it for quite a while now. So I'm just going to smoke them to get them pushed in there. And because we're only going a short distance, I'm just going to use this towel and put it in the front entrance. I'm definitely not a professional videographer. So I'm just going to put that in there. Typically, we would use 1/8" hardware cloth, folded into a V or a U shape, if you will. There's still a ton of bees coming to that bottom hive. Well, we may go ahead and move this one and come back in a little bit for that one. All right, well, I'm going to get going here. Okay, it's actually darker than it looks right now. It's probably about 8:30, I think. Anyhow, we got our colonies loaded up, and there's still a few stragglers rolling in, but not very many. So I put the entrance of the nuke box in the same place that the colony was at, and as you can maybe see, there's a few bees that are going in there. I'll come back in a day or so and move all those bees up to the other area, and we'll have them in one spot. Okay, let's take these over to where they're going. Okay, so we got the colonies placed where we're going to be putting them, and we've got some other colonies right over here that they're going to be by now. The landowner wanted to keep everything in one area and away from the cattle, and so now we're going to open up these colonies. Just going to put a little bit of smoke out here by the entrance. Okay, there we are. That literally took less than 5 minutes to do. And now what we're going to do is we're going to pull some grass and place some grass at the entrance here. You can use sticks or all kinds of things. We're just going to use some grasses tonight. You don't want to block the entrance, you just want to put something up there so that when they come out in the morning, they realize something has changed and they're going to reorient. Okay, that stuff's loose enough on the landing board that they can maneuver around it, but it's also going to give them something to say, hey, what changed? And they'll actually climb up the face of the colony, and they'll be sitting on the face of the colony, and they'll launch themselves backwards, and then they'll start doing figure 8 orientation flights in front of the colony. Like I said, this won't work for all of them. Some of them will wind up back over there on the other side of those trees, and they'll wind up in that nuke box. So I'll gather them up in a day or two and bring them back over here and shake them into these colonies. All right, see you later. Okay, so here we are on Tuesday evening, and I went and got the box of bees from over there, the lost and founds, and we brought them over here, and there are a considerable amount of bees in there. So we're just going to let them sit here tonight like this, and then I will come back tomorrow and shake them into that colony right there. And as you can see, the grasses that we placed in front of the colonies, the bees have pushed that out of the way. The wind has blown it out, whatever. That's why I like using grass rather than sticks, is because a lot of times then I don't have to come back and mess with it again. They just get it out of the way. So we'll come back tomorrow morning, put the bees in the nuke box into that colony, and it should all be done. All right. Thanks for watching.